After more than 100 days of a second Donald Trump presidency, the Democratic Party is still at a loss for why they suffered such a devastating electoral defeat. For some Democrats, they blame the party's stance on so-called cultural war issues. Some have cast the fault on one group of people in particular, trans people. As is a habit among many within Democratic leadership, polling is used as an oversized justification to inform this political thinking. Take a look at Trump's latest approval numbers, for instance. A recent CNN poll found that the only issue that a majority of those support the president on, at 51%, is gender identity and policies against trans people. Some of these policies include recognizing only two unchanging genders, ordering the relocation of trans women in custody to men's prisons, and banning trans athletes from women's college sports. On that latter issue, Democratic California Governor Gavin Newsom is willing to shift his stance, agreeing with right-wing Christian nationalist Charlie Kirk on the governor's podcast that trans athletes competing in women's sports is an issue of fairness. But when Newsom and other Democratic politicians say things like this, they may think they are making the correct political calculation, but in reality, they're just being cowards. That's because the anti-trans position, no matter what political party it comes from, is morally wrong and stems from a place of ignorance and bigotry. In fact, scapegoating the fewer than 10 trans athletes in college sports over an election loss may be one of the reasons why left-leaning voters are giving up on the Democratic Party. If a Democratic politician can't convince voters to elect them without cowardly scapegoating trans individuals, people who are at higher risks of suicide due to this type of discrimination, then they may have no place in a party that purports to stand for justice and equality for all. If an elected leader can't stand up for trans people, stand up for what's right, then they should sit down and let someone with more political courage stand in their place.